We have some huge news right now. Republicans are waking up furious, especially Mike Johnson and those in Congress, after a Utah court dropped a bombshell, unexpected ruling in the past several hours, handing Democrats a seat in the House of Representatives. No one expected Utah to give Democrats an additional congressional seat as this gerrymandering battle plays out across the nation. And yet, a Utah court shocked everyone, including Democrats, in issuing a ruling that will ensure Democrats pick up a seat in the House of Representatives in Utah, in the Salt Lake City area, a seat that voted for Vice President Kamala Harris by 24 points. We've been talking a lot about the gerrymandering efforts in Texas, Prop 50 in California, what states like North Carolina are doing. But not many people were talking about what Utah was doing, because everyone thought that it was a foregone conclusion that Republicans would be successful in their new map draw that would help them keep all 4 seats in Utah. It was pretty much, like I said, a foregone conclusion. But now a Utah court has surprised everyone. And I want to read this ruling with you right now. It was a ruling on the plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction on count 16, alleging that SB 1011 violates the people's fundamental right to alter or reform their government under the Utah Constitution. It's granted. The court hereby orders the enforcement of SB 101 or 1011 is preliminarily enjoined. Now, if you read this ruling, it essentially continues to talk about how the court is approving plaintiff's map 1, if you see in bullet point number 5, as a judicial remedy to meet the lieutenant governor's November 10, 2025 deadline to have a congressional plan that complies with both federal and Utah law in place in order to prepare for the 2026 elections. Then if you go down to point 6, the court hereby orders that map 1 be implemented for use in Utah's congressional elections. The court orders the lieutenant governor as Utah's chief election officer to implement and administer all future congressional elections in Utah in accordance with map 1 as a judicially approved congressional plan until another validly enacted legislative plan takes effect or as otherwise ordered by an appellate court. So what this means, there were multiple maps that were on the table. Map 4 was the Republican Party's plan. Map 1 was the Democratic Party's plan. No one thought Map 1 had a chance. Everyone thought it was a foregone conclusion that Map 4 would just be the map that the court goes with. That's what the legislative branch drew. And so this map would have ensured that Republicans keep all 4 seats. Now, the map would have drawn 2 Republican seats that Trump won by less than 10 points, so they were flippable. But overall, this was a favorable map to Republicans. Not so fast. The court said, we're going to go with map 1. We're going to go with what the plaintiffs want. And we're going to make sure that Democrats 100% pick up a seat in Utah, a state that no one thought Democrats really had a chance in. Before I continue, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, or send a one-time donation via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas to support my work. This is a major ruling because it gives Democrats a heads up in the gerrymandering efforts around the country. Democrats are now scheduled to pick up more seats than Republicans in the House of Representatives if all things considered stay as the status quo. And so you're in a situation where the plan by Texas Republicans completely backfired. And Donald Trump, on his part, woke up this morning and he didn't seem happy, whether about this or really anything else that was happening. He spent the morning reposting multiple fake Truth Social memes talking about the racist birther conspiracy, claiming Barack Obama wasn't born in the United States again, suggesting that his presidency should carry an asterisk. The posts that he amplified included images implying Obama used a false name, that Obama wasn't Christian. He also went on to repost a meme saying that Barack and Michelle Obama were the problem for worsening racism in America, claiming they set America back 100 years. Donald Trump spent the morning reposting these racist memes, and it's because he's not happy with where things are going right now in the country. He's not happy with the Utah decision. He's also not happy because his newly brokered ceasefire agreement between Thailand and Cambodia has completely fallen apart. The Thailand government announced that it will be suspending military cooperation with Cambodia after landmine incident injured Thai soldiers. National Security Council halts prisoner return, issues diplomatic protest, and authorizes military operations to protect sovereignty. Witness states that the United States and Malaysia to be notified. Thailand and Cambodia, this is one of the big peace agreements that Donald Trump said, one of his 8 or 9, however many peace agreements he wanted. It fell apart. It's over. And this isn't the only one. The peace agreement in Gaza is actually also hanging on by a thread right now, as UNICEF is alleging that Israel is refusing and blocking nearly 1.6 million syringes, vaccine fridges, and more, including infant formula, from coming into the country, as UNICEF really needs to run a major vaccination campaign for young children in Gaza. The items have been held in customs since August for 3 months, as, quote, dual use are slowing efforts to reach tens of thousands of kids who missed routine shots during the war. UNICEF has begun the first round of vaccinations, but warns that it cannot continue without the withheld equipment, while Israel refuses to comment on the claim. And according to Politico right now, internal documents shared with U.S. officials reveal deep worries inside the Trump administration that its Gaza peace deal may soon unravel, because right now there's no clear plan for carrying out parts of the agreement. Slides were presented at a major symposium in Israel highlighting major obstacles, such as deploying a still undefined international stabilization force, rebuilding shattered governance and security institutions, and managing internal Israeli resistance to the ongoing withdrawal that is currently happening in Gaza. So Donald Trump is not happy. These courts are ruling against him. Right now, his ceasefires across the world are falling apart. And what is he doing? He's lashing out on the American people, saying that he's going to reform SNAP. I want you to watch this with
For
me.
the people who really need them?
It's meant for people. And you know what it does is it really puts the country at jeopardy. People that need it have to get it. I'm all for it. But people that are able-bodied can do a job. They leave their job because they figure they can pick this up. It's easier. That's not the purpose of it.
So Donald Trump is clearly thinking about reforming SNAP, pulling back SNAP benefits from Americans. And it comes as Senate Democrats made the deal with Senate Republicans late last night. The bill passed. It now goes to the House of Representatives to reopen the government. But remember, the deal is made on a promise for a vote on the Affordable Care Act subsidies. And last night, Tammy Baldwin put forth an amendment to extend the subsidies for 1 year, which is what will be on the table in December in this vote. And well, Republicans rejected it 53-47 in a party line vote. So, folks, there is no guarantee, probably not, honestly, that these subsidies will ever be extended. So that's all the news right now. It's a very busy news morning for what it's worth. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to support my work. And I will have much more updates for you very soon. So stay tuned for more.